Hello, the motorhome we've got here is an Itineo SB740. This will cost 87,380 and it's 742 centimeters long, 234 wide, 294 in height, and can be put on a 3.5 ton basis. So you can drive one on a normal driving license. There was a time, I can remember it very clearly, when Itineo was a cheap brand of motorhomes. I remember saying so one day. I was here in Stuttgart and I said that very same thing. And what I remember about that day in particular was because I almost got eaten by a dinosaur. Anyway, those days are over. They're gone. It's something of the past. And as a result, this is what we have today. They cost a fortune. But more about that in an appropriate video on that subject. This vehicle here, as you can see, has a lot of storage at the back. Well, at least it would have if you got rid of these two bunk beds. And this is meant to be, I think, there's a small table, two children's beds, although they're pretty big for an adult to fit in them, two seats here at the back, lots of wardrobe space, two wardrobes, which really for a vehicle of this size are quite big, and we've got storage up here as well. So what this is effectively, this is the garage. Two beds in the garage. If you took them out, you could have an enormous garage. Here we can see we've got a shower with a railing at the top, quite large. I'm now going to show you how big it is. So I've closed this door here, as you can see. There is the toilet, separate from the shower, and there's me in the mirror with my shoes on and my hat on because it's cold outside. And there you can see how much room there is above me. So with my shoes on, I'm 175 meters tall. Without shoes on, it's 176. Let's say 177 with everything on. This bar up here, I think, is quite a useful feature. Here, we can also close this via a sliding door. So there we go. We now have a dressing area of sorts. Let's come round, show you the whole thing as it is. No, it's not a dressing area because it hasn't got anywhere to store your clothes, but it's a small room. Anyway, good. If you want that sort of thing, I would of course warn you that, whereas this here, that's using a bit of force at the moment, and so, but after a while that'll start rattling. And it's not even closed either, so if I closed it, it might even be less likely to rattle. I'm trying to close it here. There you go. Close now. Yeah, you can. It doesn't rattle now very much, but I dare say it will do by the time the dinosaurs come back. Let's have a look up here. Storage up here. Put my hand right back, and under there's a ledge. How far back does the ledge go? But what's the point of a ledge? Things just fall out. I mean, that looks pretty cool, I think. I like the lighting, but I'd rather have had more storage because it's limited. This is a motorhome, so why put a ledge under there and everything falls out? That's my question. And here in the kitchen, we've got a lot of storage space. We have 3 burners. We can have 2 as an option. In fact, the 3 is the option. The 2, I think, is the standard. And we got the sink here, but lots of space in the kitchen. This opens up like that, as every drawer does. And look at this. Proper sides to the drawers. Now, if I want, there is a central locking thing here. I think, is that locked? That locks everything up, but we don't leave it locked, or at least I don't, because I don't want somebody coming in here and breaking it, because it will break with force. Sorry. There we go. And this goes back quite a way as well. And here we have a part for something. I don't recognise what that's meant to be a part for. Looks like a kitchen extension to me. But anyway, that's in there. Floor. In here it's flat, but there's a step. Why is there a step? Perhaps because the shower. Oh, I didn't mention this either. The shower actually, it's sloped down. It appears to be, or maybe it's just light. I didn't feel it when I was in there. Anyway, in there, after this step, it's flat to the back. I like a nice flat floor. Enormous lounge, bed up front. Let's see if I can open it. Sometimes I block it to stop people messing around. That's how big your bed is. Pretty large. I can't take it down because the seats are up. You got to put the seats down, and then I've got the blind has been put down at the front. That's a useful feature. It's much easier to have a blind like that in an integrated than a semi-integrated, because the semi-integrated you've got to do it from either side rather than from up and down. Fiat 8. Most vehicles I'm now seeing are on a Fiat 8, introduced in 2020, but still lots around in showrooms on the former Fiat 7, and the Fiat 9 is about to be produced. Enormous table around this lounge, and 2 belts in this position. This chair here actually incidentally can be turned round in the direction of travel. There is a seat belt here. Didn't show you the fridge. There you go. I like the lighting. I do like that Itineo logo. I mean, I've done that now for 4 years or so. Oh, I've got I've got a 12 volt there, shore power behind it. We've got 12 volt USB connector. That's a 5 volt, and there's about 4 points in total. This is for television, and the control panels up there. So, good points about this. Obviously, it depends what you're looking for. So, that rear could be a good point for you if you like the way that's laid out, like separating the children's area from the non-children's area. That's a good point. It's not for everybody. I do appreciate that. I think this is locked. It is. So we're not getting in there. But never mind. It's not very big. We saw it from the inside. Negative point is obviously the price, but as it is with absolutely everything, I think. That's for your gas, and yeah, I'll show you a slightly smaller version of this, and this is an €84,000 van, and this one here has, we can see, might be able to get the bed down here, Peugeot base, Fiat Peugeot. I don't think it makes much difference. I think the drive is a very similar experience in both vans. Shows how big it is. Somewhat spoiled by having the plastic bag still on the vehicle, but then again, at the end of the day, they're going to want to sell it. But that's how you put the chairs down for the bed to actually go down. I'm trying to turn the lights on, and so far failing. Make another effort. Oh, it's on now. There you go. Not on particularly well, but anyway. So you've got 2 bunk beds here, and there's a table for the children. There's only 1 wardrobe in this one, and toilet and shower is in 1 location. These lights going like this. It's supposed to go on like this. Maybe I've failed to turn them on. Oh, I see you see. I thought, there you go. Now they'll go. If I press them, it'll go on. There, goes on. Now what's unusual about this one here, it's got this curtain that goes around. You can see the rail for the curtain there. What's the point of that? Don't know. Suppose it's sort of I would have thought the curtain, if you want to look at the children's area, should have been here somewhere. Anyway, that's just my way of thinking. I don't have children. What would I know? So, this one here is the 660, 661 centimeters long, and 84,000 it costs. 290 wide, 280. I think I like that better because it saves so much space. But the rear, it's the same. So, Itineo Spirit Edition motorhome. I'll just show you the price list again. So you can see it's 80 centimeters longer than the one we just saw. Base price is 81,000. It's got these extras, the most expensive of which is the Pack Life, and that will be described. What the Pack Life actually offers is down there in German, but that's including things such as the insect screen, the radio, and electrical equipment which is in there, including the electric outer mirrors. And notice this, I just saw the 3 burner hob is an extra €60. I mentioned that that was an option. Okay, there you go. Itineo SB740 integrated motorhome, which actually looks pretty big from the outside. But I think that's because of its shape, not necessarily because of its size. Sometimes the size sort of hides the shape a bit, but not this one. Sorry, the shape hides the size a bit. All the best from me in Germany. Thanks for watching.